Back at it again. Week 9 of 0 to 50k starts right now, and I'm going to make the most of it. That number hasn't changed in a long time. In the third week of this challenge, I cleared $5,629 off of the table. And since then, what have I done? I've blown account after account after account after account. I've blown express after express after express after express. I'm not labeling them as mistakes because, yeah, they were mistakes, but I needed to make them. I needed to fail consistently so that I can win consistently. And although I'm not winning consistently yet, that's what I'm working towards. That's what I've learned from my failures. They've just highlighted the exact way that I'm going to get to that winning state. So, I'm going to make a change this week. I'm going to make a change that I've just been putting off. Because at the end of the day, for me currently, I'm choosing to fail. I'm not choosing to change my actions. I'm choosing to fail. Hence why I've been making the same mistakes week in and week out. So I'm not here to make any promises to myself. I'm not here to make any promises to the camera because I've made them before and they just don't work. So you need to change to get different results, you know. I'm not making any promises to the camera. I'm not going to say I'm not going to touch a vape again. I'm not going to wank again. I'm not going to do whatever again. Like, it's silly. You're more likely to do it after you give light to that action. So I understand what needs to be done, and I understand the exact way that I'm going to get from A to B. I understand the exact way that I'm going to get from unsuccessful me to successful me. And that is just consistently sacrificing present emotions for future goals. So, currently it is 11:15 on Monday. I'm about to do my 2 hours reading, 100 minutes of reading. And yeah, I had a 20-minute nap like 20 minutes ago because I was just feeling like absolute crap. I've been a bit sleep deprived recently. And yeah, following up from last week's absolute horrific week as a whole, this is the new beginning. This is the week where I can plant my seeds. I can plant the foundations for myself to grow from. So I'll catch up later. And here we are. Fresh accounts all day long. 5 new combines. No trades taken. It's a fresh start, man. It's a fresh start, and I'm not taking this opportunity for granted. I am not. So today it is a No News Monday. Right now it's 1:50 p.m. So market opens in about 35 minutes. I'm not gonna push a trade today. I mean, if one comes along at the end of the day. Like, if my setup comes and price shows a clear direction, then cool. I'll hop in. Like, it's days like these that are pure discretion. Pure discretion. We're in a big range. So we're in a big range. Let's go on the daily chart. Last week, on Friday, we completed the market maker sell model. We completed this sell model. YM has still got this low resting, but ES and NQ have taken it. We're in a massive range. Yeah, we got buy side liquidity resting above, and we've also got sell side liquidity resting below. So it's an either or circumstance. Usually, we get to equilibrium of this range, and people will sell the range thinking we're going to go lower, when all that we're doing is we're actually engineering sell side liquidity for us to take out in the rest of the week. But we're basically just manipulating sellers today, so I'm going to be cautious. I mean, these are evaluations at the end of the day. Maybe because I've blown so many recently, I have some inner feeling, not towards them. These things don't control me. I just have this inert feeling towards them that I've blown so many of them. So I kind of value them in a way when they shouldn't be valued at all. They're trading combines, and usually I would say, I don't really give a shit. These things are like £45 each. This shit stacks up. This shit stacks up. No joke. 45 quid here and there, cool. 200 quid in a day. Have that day being every 2 or 3 weeks, cool. Bro, I have blown so many recently that it's just unbearable. And not unbearable the thought of blowing them, but seeing these accounts just stack up one after one after one. Close accounts, yeah? Look at this. Look at this losing streak. Okay. Expresses failed. Evaluations failed. Past these. Failed. Failed all of these. It's not fun. I'm going to be successful because I know that I'm never going to quit. I don't care how much money it takes for me to become successful. I understand that every single penny that I spend is just me working towards my future self. But yeah, man, today's going to be a pretty iffy day. So I'll see where I go on, but I'm not tied to any bias right now. It's 6:30 on Tuesday. I'll finish everything I need to do today. And that means that I have the ability to sit down and watch a TV show and so-called relax if I want to. Because I've done everything I need to do. Today was never going to be the best of days. It was just a step forward in the plan to be successful. I'm stacking days right now, and today it was a good day. I mean, I got my reading done, and even though I was distracted, I turned a bad day into a good day. Yeah. In 2 minutes.
Do you need some wrapping paper?
No.
You, Arnold?
And as a whole, it was cushy, man. Hopped on the markets, took 3 trades, 1 loss, 2 break evens. So let me just run you through them. The whole day I wanted longs, and unfortunately I faded a few setups here, but honestly, like, yeah, the trend is your friend. If you're looking for longs the whole day, you're gonna win eventually in it, but that's not the basis that we're going off today. Today, if you got an entry anywhere near here, you're getting put in a straight chop. Look at that. Look at these 5-minute candles. Mad. Honestly, like, price was definitively drawn towards the highs. We had 10 a.m. high, a 15-minute for value gap. We had multiple low resistance liquidity. We had previous day high, and we had data highs. But at the same time, we still had a lot of internal sell side liquidity resting. And honestly, the big loss we took, well, it's not even that big, for minus $585 was right here. I decided to long as soon as the 9:30 candle rejected after sweeping London low. Now, was it a silly trade to take? Yes. Am I a bit less confident with the trade that I took now that I've seen that I was liquidity for other people? Yes. But realistically, I don't give a shit what other people did today. I only care about the actions that I did by myself. No one impacted what I did today. No one had any influence over the steps I took on the market. So I don't give a shit what people think. I don't give a shit if they won, if they lost. I don't care. It is all noise. So I'm still confident. I'm happy with the loss that I took. Could it have been a better setup to lose on? Yeah. But wasn't my setup in the first place? Yeah. I had conviction. I had conviction in the setup. So I'm not fussed about anything, honestly. Took 2 break evens. I mean, they were pretty edgy setups, but it's cool, man. We're up on the week. We're down $550 on the day, but if that isn't recoverable, then You need to get your head in gear, man, because this game is about capital preservation. We're not trying to win every single day because that's unrealistic. We're going to have losses every now and then, but as long as you have capital, you can make money. You cannot make money if you don't have capital. Get that in your head. You see the Plummus A-star setup and you haven't even got an express to take it on. I've been in that position so many times, but I refuse to get back in it. I'm not manifesting my way to passing the account. I'm not manifesting my way to blurring the account. I'm just letting shit be I'm letting shit be how it has to be. I'm gonna let the cards unfold in front of me. I'm not gonna try and flip them. I'm gonna let them turn themselves over because everything is in its place. Everything happens for a reason, and the mindset shift it's good, man, because at the end of the day, me being unsuccessful and repeating these bad habits in comparison to me being successful and not repeating bad habits is that tiny flip. And you know how you build up that flip and you actually start integrating it into your day-to-day actions. You just put in the work every single day. So currently I'm in that mode. I'm sacrificing all of my current emotions for my future self, for my future goals. So today's been good. Tomorrow will be even better. And we live to trade another day. And this week has not turned utterly shit, but it's not the best of days, man. For the past few weeks, I've just been in this phase of me wasting money on accounts, essentially, and then just going and blowing them. And that's exactly what's happened today. I've just blown 5 combines once again. I mean, there's a big tally going on of how many I've blown recently, but it was all within my own choices. My own decisions brought myself here. Currently, I'm just paper trading. And honestly, paper trading really just gives me that sense of what trading really should look like, how trading really should be done, because I've no attachment to this paper trading account. I understand it's fake. I also understand that I know how to trade, so I'm only going to place trades that apply to me and my strategy. Now, if you guys backtest, or some people call it forward testing, paper trading, trading on a simulation, demo trading, all the same shit. If you are trading on a demo account and you know how to trade, you have no excuses. You should have a very high win rate. You should have a very high amount of profit in the account. I'm just the definition of that. When I was trading in October or whatever, I was on like a flipping 15 trade win streak or something like that. Something ridiculous. So this is the trade I'm in right now. There's about to be an institutional candle. Wait, just watch. Just watch. I understand how the market works. Just watch. There's about to be just a fuck off candle to the upside. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but I've got a lot of conviction in the fact that it's just going to fucking pump up. Now, I'm not going to wait all day for this candle to pump, but you'll hear that take profit sound go off in a sec. This trade is the primary example of what you should be trading like. I go in risking 69 ticks, aka 17.25 points. I entered in with 20 contracts. I've already secured $550 from the first take profit. This second take profit will secure me 1.6k, and the third take profit will secure me like another 2k. That's like a 1 to 5 ROI, yeah. This is what the account looks like. Minus 475, win. Minus 150, win. Break even, win. Break even, lose 370, lose 560, win 550. That's the first take profit of this trade. And this is what I'm trying to show you. Like, Go back and look at that. No losses but above $600, but the average wins that are over, the average wins are like 1.2k or whatever. Like that is how you should be trading. That's how I should be trading. I can give all of these excuses saying like, oh, I would trade like this if I was on an Express account. Buddy, you literally killed 5 Express accounts last week. You just blew them. You incinerated them because you couldn't control yourself. I'm talking to myself in this position, by the way, and didn't tell you guys what time it was or what day it was. It's not like it's Sunday. It is 4:15 on Wednesday. Me talking to myself to the camera doesn't do fuck all for me. Maybe it gives me a advantage over the next time I get in a situation like this, because if you guys don't know, the more senses you use in a situation, senses being you see, hear, speak, write, all of that bollocks. Yeah, the more that you use, the more likely information is going to stick. And that's essentially what's happening here. But honestly, that was pure waffle what I just said, because I keep on making the same mistakes that I say I'm not going to make again. And it is really fucking depressing, man. I mean, last week I blew 5 Express accounts and I ended up just spiraling down into the rabbit hole. Spiraling down, doing absolutely nothing with my life. Playing Clash Royale, watching TV, eating shit, wasting money. And I could go and put myself back in that position again, but I've overcome that level to myself. I've overcome just being a degenerate in general. That's some people's life, man. My worst case scenario that I only come across every couple months is someone's average scenario. Just make that make sense. But realistically, I'm not here to talk about anyone else. I'm here to talk about the decisions that I made today. I decided to blow 5 accounts. I decided to throw £200 in the bin or $250 in the bin. I say all of this shit and I don't make the change. I just choose to make bad decision after 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 good decision. Good decision, bad decision, worse decision, even worse decision. And that's literally what I've been going through recently. That's literally what I've been going through. And as I said, I know how to trade. So paper trading, should flipping, just bang for me. Just flat, literally just bang for me. Wait for the institutional candle. Come on. Let's get it on film. That's ES's daily chart, by the way. Look at that. Pumping, man. Pumping. Would I have said price could go all the way up there this week? No. But did it? Yes, because this game isn't about me predicting. This is about me just acting off of what's shown to me. Me moving my stop loss up there is building bad habits because I'm getting emotionally attached to the take profit. I'm getting dopamine from raising it because I want to predict that price is going to run straight through this high instead of just taking it by one tick and reversing. All of these small habits are building me into a successful trader or keeping me at the same spot, because naturally I'm not profitable, so I can't really get any worse than I am now. Yeah, I could blow a few more accounts, but realistically that ain't gonna happen. And yeah, man, today has been all right. I mean, I'm not raging, I'm not throwing my phone at the wall, I'm not breaking my mouse, I'm not going to buy a vape, I'm not having a wank, I'm not just wasting time on Clash Royale, watching TV series. I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm not reverting back to old habits. Even though I've already made an irreversible mistake today, I can choose to make the right decisions for the rest of my day. So I've been in this position so many fucking times, and you guys have seen it. You guys have seen me fall flat on my face day by day, week by week. And no, it's not fun. Yes, it is embarrassing sitting in front of the camera showing you this. Yes, it's embarrassing people from my hometown seeing my TikTok or seeing my YouTube. Not my YouTube, but seeing my TikTok and saying, "You're losing so much money. Why do you even still trade?" And then you got people in the comments saying, you were my liquidity today. You don't know how to trade. Why did you do this? Why did you do that?" Even though none of that shit has anything to do with me. Wait for the sound. Bro, come on, man. Moment of silence right there because the liquidity was swept and my order didn't get filled. Okay, let's forget about that. It's going to hit take profit in a second. You guys can just hear that. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm making all of these promises. I'm saying I'll do this. I'm saying I'll do that. I design my days so that I can get the most out of them. And honestly, I kind of design them around trading. I read before I trade. I go to the gym before I trade. I do my YouTube and content after I trade. And when it gets to trading, I just fuck it up for myself. All of this doubt just imploding on my situation and my reality. Bro, people just don't understand. People, it's hard, man. It's hard in this game. I'm not where I want to be. Yeah, I am so hard on myself. And is it me being hard on myself? Having myself doing all of these things, saying I'm going to do this and that. And essentially, I'm just waffling right now, but this is the position I'm in. I feel like fucking shit. I feel like shit. So, yeah, I'm not going to throw today away. And it's probably a good thing, me being on this paper trading, because it just shows me what it is like to follow your rules, what it is like to have zero detachment to the market, and seeing where that gets you. So, right now, we've closed 2.2k on this trade. We're floating $900. Take profit is 1.36k. So if that gets hit, that's 3.5k. That's 3.5k earn from risking $690. That is called proper trade risk management. That's called knowing how to trade. And I'm the only one who can get myself out of this spot, so it's all up to me. So this is what a £40 million apartment view looks like. Now, this is in Mayfair. Clearly, I don't live in it, but my dad does project managing in a few different apartments in London, and this happens to be one of them. And boy, is it a
There's nothing like it. Obviously, I haven't seen barely anything in the world, but man, I hope the audio can catch what I'm saying, because this is just insane. Literally, look at this. That's Winter Wonderland or Hyde Park. That's at Selfridges. Got some big BT tower over there. Yeah, man, it's mad. It is mad. Down here, I can't zoom in enough, but right there are two Bugattis. Two Bugattis outside that hotel. It's actually inspiring, man. I mean, if I want to get anywhere near as close as the people who own this or own the Bugattis at least, then I gotta be putting my shift in. I've got to be putting in the work even when I don't want to fucking do it, because that's what separates the average from the people who actually make it. So I haven't filmed a lot recently in the past few days because I have been just being just escaping my reality, honestly. Yesterday I played golf for like 5 hours and then sacked off the rest of the day because I was tired. But yeah, man, Wednesday wasn't the greatest day. We know that. I mean, I blew another 5 combines in the past 44 days. I've blown 47 accounts, 5 express accounts and 42 combines. So I've taken a step back completely. Tomorrow I'm going to have to analyze every single past mistake and every single past win I've made so that I can replicate the wins and only focus on the positives, innit? Only focus on the wins, because realistically, if I just focus on the negatives, I'm only going to receive negative results. I'm only going to receive negative feedback. But if I have like an 80-20 split, I'm focusing on doubling down what I'm winning on and improving on that 20% loss, then it's cushy. And realistically, I know my mistakes. It is such a small adjustment for me to be successful. It's such a small adjustment for me to get to that desired spot. So man, whilst I'm here with this insane view, it's just breathtaking. It's breathtaking. Yeah, man. One day. It's not one day anymore. It's day fucking one. It's time to put in the work, man, because I've been in that spot. I've been in those times where I've been so close to breaking through that barrier. And now it's time to actually prove it. Now it's time to make use of my past experience, my past information, my past failures, my past wins. It's time to bundle it all up and make something of myself, because I refuse to just plant my feet in the ground and stay in the exact same position I'm in. So I'm gonna take in this view a bit longer, and yeah, I'm actually just zip tying these things on, putting the covers back on, and yeah, man, my hands are freezing. They're probably like brick red. And I've got the B22s on, bro. This is what real wealth looks like, man. £40 million apartment, 2 Bugattis down there, and I'm wearing some stupid trainers that cost me £500. Come on, man. There's levels to this game. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna focus on the positives, and I'm gonna make something of my life from now. So
(8:15) on Sunday now. And for the past like hour or so since I got back from playing golf, I've just been on Clash Royale, and I've come to the conclusion. I've finally knocked my head in a bit. I've played Clash Royale, got bored of it, and deleted it. Then the pendulum's attacked me, and I've given in. and I end up re-downloading Clash Royale and playing it again and then getting bored and deleting it, playing it again, bored and deleting it, and now I'm playing it again, and it's just risen. Like, it was always there, but the negatives outweigh the positives. When I sit down and I get into the mood where I just don't want to do anything, it really just takes me out of my thoughts. It takes me out of everything. I'm not focused on anything but playing Clash Royale, and it's a pay to win game at the end of the day. I have no chance in getting anywhere without playing a significant amount. And to be fair, I've been sitting at the same trophies for the last ages, but besides the point, it does get boring eventually, and the negatives outweigh the positives. If I'm in the car on a journey and I start getting bored and I'm like, oh, let's go on Clash Royale, is that a good thing? Or could I be listening to, I don't listen to podcasts, but could I be doing something more productive? Yes. And especially the times like now, I should be editing my video, I should be filming this clip, but I'm not, and it's because I'm distracted. I gave into the pendulum of Clash Royale. How sad is that? How sad is that? And I don't care about other people's opinions. I'm not doing it because Andrew Tate's like, oh, if you want to play video games, you'll never be successful, or someone else, because I do look up to Andrew Tate. But anyway, the negatives outweigh the positives. So I've just got to eliminate it. 14 days it takes for the account to be permanently deleted. So after this, I'll delete it. But this is the weekly recap. So this week has gone bad again. I let the pendulums attack me. I let myself give in to negative energy, to negative, unproductive tasks or stuff. Monday went well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, these days nowadays are just a blur to me, man. They're a literal blur. Can't remember what happened on Monday. Can't remember what happened on Tuesday. I know I blew 5 more combines on Wednesday, and I made a video on it already. But I'm done making promises. I just have to take every single moment as it is. I have to attack the opportunities that are presented. They're presented every single day. It's just whether you want to let them be known. It's just whether you want to grasp them instead of just let them sit there and ignore them. So, we're not here to make promises. I might say in this clip, like, I'm never going to do this again, or I'm never going to do that again. And I've learned that that doesn't get me anywhere. That will give me more of a reason to go back to that pendulum or go back to that bad habit, you know? Because I'm giving energy to it. I'm not just leaving it on that side just to chill over there and just not choose to avoid it. I'm not doing that. I'm just getting indulged with it because I'm so bored. And besides the point, you guys have probably seen this. If there's people who've watched till this part of the vlog, then it's funny, man. But I'm real. I gave into the pendulums. I started jacking off. I bought like one vape, but I came to the senses like that shit is unproductive, but more so, it doesn't do anything for me. All that it does is just bypass time and bypass its thoughts and makes me more likely to give into it the next time. If I gave not enough context for you to understand what I mean, I ended up blowing 5 accounts. You know how that would feel if you've been on a 6-week losing streak and you'd blown £2,500 worth of accounts. Yeah, I just gave in to my inner conscious, and yeah, man, I was just wasting time because I was like, what am I even fighting for? What have I got to do? And summed up, the bad habits just don't do fuck all for me. Buying a vape every now and then, it doesn't affect the bank balance that much, but that's not the point. The habit as a whole. Is smoking good for you? No. Why'd you do it? Because you're bored, man. Because you're bored. Because you want to feel like you're being productive. When I'm not doing any of my tasks in front of me, if I get a vape, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm being productive. Yeah, shut up, mate. You're just a pussy. I feel like I've just been ranting for the last few minutes, but Monday went calm, I think. Tuesday went calm, I think. Wednesday collapsed. Thursday just did nothing. Friday played golf. I went to the gym in the morning. So I did my morning routine, went to the gym, was going to come back and do some reading, but I ended up playing golf from 12:15 p.m. till like 5 p.m. And then on Saturday, got up at 5:45, went to London, left at 6:30, got back at like 10 p.m. I was out for a good like 14 hours. Cushy, man. Today, did nothing. Just sitting on Clash Royale because I gave in to the pendulums again. And it's all about making that mistake, choosing one, what do you want to call it? Choosing one way to soothe it. So you either soothe it by doing unproductive stuff like vaping or jacking off or watching TV series, or you don't soothe it and you just put in the work that you need to be putting in. I've learned that is the only way. Intrinsically, I always knew this, but now it means a lot more to me because I'm in no position to be doing nothing. It's so uncomfortable like this, not sitting back, not doing anything. So, unproductive week. I have to accept that. I have to accept the fact that I've been on a 6-week losing streak. Tomorrow it is the 1st of December. Fresh start, man. Fresh start. It's always good to have a Monday on the 1st of a month, but not trying to use that as an alibi for me being pathetic. But yeah. The plan is to take December really slowly. I'll get 2 combines tomorrow. And the reason why I'm not doing 5 is because I need to prove to myself that I can learn the law of detachment. Because what happens when I hop on a Top Step account is this is going to end it off because I'm not in a good frame rate. I've not really got a plan of what I'm speaking on. I'm just speaking about a bunch of random stuff. But honestly, yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. I mean, I'll talk over the plan tomorrow. So week 9 is over. Week 10 will commence tomorrow, and it's gonna be a good week, man. It's gonna be a good week, and it's gonna be the first good week in a while. So I appreciate all of you.